Hello everyone, I'm Bob Fortledge and I'm coming to you from the Chagrin Valley Little Theater, where I've been a volunteer and a performer for many years. If you don't recognize the space where I am in right now, this is our newly enlarged lobby. It has been renovated within the last year. We also have a brand new box office and modern handicap accessible restrooms. More improvements are underway, so you can come take a look. And if you'd like to support the next phase of our improvement plan, please get in touch with us. Now today, I have the pleasure to announce the nominees for our second annual Audrey DeVere Legacy Theater Awards. The Audrey Awards are CVLT's way of thanking and honoring the many people who keep our theater humming with year-round entertainment and events. This year's red carpet will roll out on Saturday, August 26th. The public is invited and tickets for non-participants are just $15, which includes an entertaining award ceremony with receptions before and after. Performance and artistic awards are voted on by CVLT subscribers and members. So if you'd like to have your say in next year's awards, please subscribe to our spectacular 88th season now. The nominating committee bases the nominations for the Audreys on audience responses and surveys. And now, without further ado, the nominees for this year's Audrey Awards. In the category of Best Female Performance in a Special Event, Jennifer Betts for her appearances with the RSVP Improvisational Theater Troupe. Colleen O'Leary for her musical performance in Right Down Broadway. Brianna Lee for her appearance in Murder by the Falls. Emily Stack for her musical performance in Paint the Town, a New Year's cabaret. In the category of Best Male Performance in a Special Event, Ron Davis for his musical performance in Right Down Broadway. Mort Goldman for his appearance with RSVP Improvisational Theater Troupe. Sean McGrath for his operatic solos in the Paint the Town, the New Year's Cabaret. Eric Oswald for his appearance in Murder by the Falls. And now the nominees for our River Street Playhouse. In the category of Best Supporting Actress in a River Street Playhouse production, Jennifer Betts as Honey, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Rose Gabrielle, the 1010 Festival of New Plays. Denise Larkin as Anise in Belle's The Reunion. Claudia Lillibridge as Roseanne in Belle's The Reunion. Mary Britta Shearing, the 1010 Festival of New Plays. Macy Staninger as Paige in Belle's The Reunion. Brenda Willis, Sherry in Belle's The Reunion. In the category of Best Supporting Actor in a River Street production, John Hickman as Nick, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Matt Mortensen, the 1010 Festival of New Plays. Christopher Perry as Ross Gardner in Visiting Mr. Green. In the category of Best Lead Actress in a River Street Playhouse production, Jenny Barrett as Audrey, Belle's The Reunion. Darlene Rocco as Martha, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Kathy Steiner as Peggy, Belle's The Reunion. Christine Wright as Olivia, Sex with Strangers. In the category of Best Lead Actor in a River Street Playhouse production, Don Edelman as Mr. Green in Visiting Mr. Green. Joe Canderas as Ethan, Sex with Strangers. Rob Walter as George, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. In the category of Best Direction of a River Street Playhouse production, Courtney Highland, Sex with Strangers. Claudia Lillibridge, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Carol Jaffe Pribble, Visiting Mr. Green. Yvonne Pilarczyk and Dawn Hill in the 1010 Festival of New Plays. Barbara L. Rhodes, Belle's The Reunion. In the category of Best River Street Playhouse Production, Sex with Strangers. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Visiting Mr. Green, the 1010 Festival of New Plays, and Belle's The Reunion. And now our nominees for main stage productions at CVLT. In the category of Best Supporting Actress in a Non-Musical Production, Kristen Jessic as Miss Peppinghall, Moonlight and Magnolias. Dottie Emmerich as Constance Crawford in Drop Dead. In the category of Best Supporting Actor in a Non-Musical Production, Timothy Champion as Ben Hecht, Moonlight and Magnolias. John Peters as Chaz Looney in Drop Dead. In the category of Best Lead Actress in a Non-Musical Production, Jenny Barrett as Mona Monet in Drop Dead. In the category of Best Lead Actor in a Non-Musical Production, Ed Conrad as David O. Selznick in Moonlight and Magnolias. Robert McCoy as Victor Fleming in Moonlight and Magnolias. Adam Young as Brent Reynolds in Drop Dead. In the category of Best Direction of a Non-Musical Production, Stephen Kay, Moonlight and Magnolias. Barbara L. Rhodes, Drop Dead. In the category of Best Non-Musical Production, Moonlight and Magnolias, Drop Dead. And lastly, the nominees for CVLT's main stage musicals. In the category of Best Costuming, Jen Ryan for The Addams Family, Jackie Krohn, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Brian Smith, Little Shop of Horrors. In the category of Best Choreography, Jen Justice, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Pamela LaForce, The Addams Family. Pamela LaForce, Little Shop of Horrors. In the category of Best Musical Direction, David W. Cox, Little Shop of Horrors. Andy Novak, The Addams Family. Lynn Provence, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And in the category of Best Supporting Actress in a Musical, Nina Takash as Alice Beinecke, The Addams Family. Genevieve Vince as Audrey II, The Body in Little Shop of Horrors. Aja Norman, Jen Ryan, and Kimberly Sullivan as Crystal, Chiffon, and Ronette in Little Shop of Horrors. In the category of Best Supporting Actor in a Musical, Steve Groffman as Mal Beinecke, The Addams Family. Enrique Caraballo as Lucas Beinecke, The Addams Family. Michael A. Green as Mr. Mushnick in Little Shop of Horrors. Mason Kakmar as Pugsley Adams, The Addams Family. Stephen Heintel as Audrey II, The Body, Little Shop of Horrors. Travis Riley as Asher, as featured in the Benjamin Calypso, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Paul Sloop as Pharaoh, Joseph and Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Stephen R. Tiedemann as Oren Scrivello, DDS, and other characters in Little Shop of Horrors. Anthony Williams as Audrey II, the voice in Little Shop of Horrors. In the category of Best Lead Actress in a Musical, Jen Justice as Morticia Addams in The Addams Family. Alex Noel Pesci as Wednesday Addams in The Addams Family. Alex Noel Pesci as the narrator in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Nina Takash as Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors. In the category of Best Lead Actor in a Musical, Don Knepper as Uncle Fester in The Addams Family. John Kohler as Joseph, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Paul Sloop as Gomez Addams, The Addams Family. Nate Summers as Seymour, Little Shop of Horrors. In the category of Best Direction of a Musical, Pamela LaForce, The Addams Family. Michael J. Rogan, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Greta Rothman, Little Shop of Horrors. And finally, in the category of Best Musical, The Addams Family, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Little Shop of Horrors. And if you're an 87th season member or subscriber, you can vote now at cvlt.org/vote. Paper ballots will be made available soon as well. The ceremony will also include special awards for volunteers, including a presentation to our friend and supporter, Ms. Jan Jones. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the theater.